we can use the max height property of the div that we want to expand and collapse to just imitate the effect of opening and closing. So when I click this button, we are going to modify the max height property of this div. Before we do that, I've noticed that we have another Bootstrap component that we use inside the navbar, so I'm going to get rid of this thing. And let's replace it with a container that I've created. Okay, I hope that doesn't break much. We'll see. So it didn't break the desktop version of the website. Let's see the mobile version. Yeah, it's behaving exactly the same way. Okay, good. Now we can proceed with this thing. So we are going to modify the max height property of the element. So this div contains all of the links. And if I say max height 0 in here, well, it makes the list collapse, which is good. The links are still here, don't get me wrong. We're going to hide the links as well. And we also should do overflow hidden, and that will hide the links. So we are going to animate between max height 0 to something and overflow hidden to the other. All right, you'll see. I'm not sure if it's going to work as good as the Bootstrap version just yet, because so we are going to be changing the max height, yes, but I'm not sure how we're going to change the overflow property, because this is either hidden or visible. So when I click this button while max height is animating, what are we going to do with this thing? I don't know. We'll figure something out. Okay, so what is the div that we want to hide and show? So this is the div, right? And the class name is Navbar links. Okay. And I think we need to add another class in here. We also need to add a state variable in here to see if the button's clicked or not. So const in here we're gonna have something like mobile navbar collapsed set this thing. Okay, that should do the trick. Okay, so we have this thing in here, and the initial state is going to be true because you want the state to be collapsed. Okay, cool. Not sure what this is complaining about, but I think we'll figure it out. Okay, and we also need another class name in here, and that class name is going to be mobile navbar. Nope, we already have that somewhere. There. Mobile navbar links. Okay. Okay. And expanded. Depending on if the button is clicked or not, we're going to switch between two classes. One of them is going to be mobile navbar links expanded. The other one is going to be mobile navbar links collapsed. Okay, let's add this one in here as well. Let's rename this to expanded. Okay, good. And according to the state of this thing, we are going to switch between expanded and collapsed. So we're going to have this thing in here. Oops, that one in there, and the other one in here. Okay, so if the mobile navbar is collapsed, then we're going to get the style of mobile navbar links collapsed, and if the mobile navbar links is expanded, then we're going to get the style for the other one. Okay, that makes sense. If the mobile navbar links is expanded, well, this will only apply if the screen size is less than medium, by the way. Let's do the same for here. So if the links are expanded, then display should be block. Okay, and if they're collapsed, then max height is going to be 0, and overflow is going to be hidden. Well, actually, I'm not sure if we need this class or not. Let's just remove it for now, and we can add it back if we need it, if we ever need it. Let's do null for now. Yep, that makes sense. Okay, now we need to assign an action to the button. Okay, that should change some stuff. Oh, I've said use effect. I should have used use state. That's why it was complaining before. My bad. Okay, let's go back to the website and see this effect. See the changes in effect. Okay, let's take a look on the mobile website. Okay, so this is what it looks like on the mobile. When I click on this, well, it's adding undefined in here. So let's see what's happening there. So mobile navbar is collapsed. It's adding this thing. Mobile navbar links collapsed is undefined. Oh, because I forgot to put a dot in here. It's not finding the class name. Good. Okay, that's hiding and showing the navbar. Now we need to figure out a way to animate it. Before we do that, my laptop is going crazy. I don't understand why. It's throttling below base clock, which is really odd. So yeah, I've ended the previous stream by saying there's something wrong with my MacBook and the fans are going crazy. The base clock was throttling down to 1 gigahertz. Well, I've opened up my MacBook to see this. So there was a lot of dust in the fans, and this is very odd considering my MacBook is only 3 months old, and oh, I have the new 16-inch MacBook Pro, by the way. And I clean my room every 3 days. How did this much dust get in there? Interesting. But anyway, I've cleaned it up now, and I guess I have to do this every 3 months now. Who knows? We'll see. Okay, so we were animating this expanding and collapsing animation, right? So I think we can achieve that by some max height, setting the max height property. So I've done some research on that. So let's try what I've found. We left the previous video in this stage, but I still want to keep this overflow hidden property. Okay, let me show you what I'm gonna do. This navbar links class will have a certain maximum height, and we are going to animate the max height property. I'm going to specify a max height of 0 in here. Actually, let's separate all of the CSS out, right? So I put the transition in there. I need 2 classes in here. So I have mobile navbar links collapsed, and I'm going to add the expanded one back. Okay, and I'll do the screen less than medium thingy. Okay. Now I'm going to set an arbitrary maximum height. Let's say this is 150 pixels. And I'm going to use that class name in this file. So let's put it there. Okay. So if the navbar is collapsed, then load this class name. If it's expanded, then load that class name. So this will probably animate our animation. Yep. Opening and closing is now animated using the max height property. But as you can see, when I click this button, these things suddenly appear. I don't want that. So we're going to fix that by moving this from here to there. If we always hide the overflow, that will fix everything. There you go. This is how we create the animations for the navbar. And I'm going to change this animation to take 0.2 seconds instead of 2 seconds. Now it's going to be way quicker. And this is it. So if I see, let's check this out on an iPhone 5. Let's check this out on an iPhone 10. Well, one thing, I need to make the text inside the button bigger right here. Where's the image coming from? It says span, right? So if I say font size 50 pixels, okay, that's a bit too much. Let's go with 20 pixels. Yeah, I can do that. So the navbar button will have a font size of 20 pixels. How does that look now? Yeah, I think that looks very nice. Okay, now let's remove Bootstrap from our website and see how much space we've saved. Okay, so I'm gonna do a git commit. Okay, let's do that, and let's see what the production size for the website is. So let's do an inspect in here, network. Let's exit the responsive mode. Let's refresh the web page. Okay, so with this image, we are getting a website size of 775 kilobytes. Let's remove Bootstrap, shall we? In home.jsx, we have this Bootstrap import. Let's get rid of this. And also, let's remove Bootstrap from our package dependency, package.json. Let's do a deploy. I feel like everything's going to go horribly wrong, but I think I've tested stuff correctly, hopefully, and everything should look fine. Let's take a look at the website size. So with this image, we were getting 775 kilobytes. So let's refresh the web page until we get that image. And we are down to 745 kilobytes. So that's a 30 kilobyte saving. It's not much, but it's still something, right? It's still a considerable amount, except these things are not working. Well, that's bad. And the mobile one is not working as well. Okay, we've broken production. Yes, my favorite. Okay, let's fix the issue, shall we? So the navigation bar, these navigation bar items are not in line. Oh, sorry, they're not in column order. So let's go to navigation bar and navigation bar module.sass, and in here, these navbar links, when the screen size is less than medium, they should display as block. And what are these navbar items? They are links. Oh, okay. So if I put in here, say display block, that sort of fixes it. Does it fix it on desktop? Kind of. I need to add some margins between them. That's what's missing. Okay, so I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to revert Bootstrap very quickly. Revert the Bootstrap change very quickly. Okay, so these things have some margins that are coming from Bootstrap somehow. Okay, so links apparently have margins set by Bootstrap. Yeah, that's the one. So nav links. This thing is still a Bootstrap. Okay, interesting. So that means I have to create a module.sass for this file. I can't do that. Let's go to the source directory. In here we have style sheets. Under style sheets we have components. By the way, where is this? This is under Navbar. Okay, so in here we're going to create a new file. Let's call this Navbar item.module.sass. Okay, and in here we're going to replicate this navlink class name. So you're just going to copy all of these things actually, and let's put this here. And let's paste them in. Okay. Now link. All right, let's use this class name in here. Good. Now let's use this thing. Okay, let's remove Bootstrap once more and see if everything works. All right, let's restart the server. Okay, the desktop site seems to be working just fine, and the mobile version is working fine as well. So that's one class that I've skipped before. All right, let's do a quick deployment. Okay, and while that's going, let me create a new git commit. Oh, I need to set text decoration as well. Look how it underlines all of these things. Okay, that's something I can fix offline. That's fine. You know how to do that. Yes, we managed to save 30 kilobytes, and it may not be much, but remember that we've started this whole downsizing the website journey at around 1.8 megabytes, and the website looked almost the same. It didn't have anything more or anything less. We've just used SVG images instead of PNGs, used SVG animations instead of Lottie. We've done some very clever stuff throughout the project, and we are down from 1.8 megs to 543 kilobytes today. And this is only going to go down hopefully after this. I still have a few more optimizations that I know I can do, so stay tuned for those ones. But yeah, we've come super far. I wasn't expecting to get this much space savings. Anyway, I hope you learned something new, and I will see you on the next one.